One time.
Hi, my name is Ruth Simons and I'm a registered psychologist and clinical psychotherapist. I have a private practice at Benara on the Gold Coast in Queensland, and I also work 2 days a week at the Sapphire Family Medical Practice situated in Bronte Road, Bondi Junction in Sydney. I talk a lot about my sex and relationship therapy, which often go hand in hand, but at the same time people do have issues which are just related to relationships and others just to sexual issues alone. I also treat sexual dysfunction. I spend a lot of time educating people about sex. So in this video, I'm going to talk about sexual myths and give you some statistics which most people tend to find very interesting. The first myth is that everyone believes that everybody else is doing it more than they're doing it. And of course, they're having better sex too. I'm always being asked, what's normal? People love statistics, and I do have them, but what are we measuring? Our interest in sex varies at different stages in our lives. For example, an 18-year-old boys do it 10 times a day, mostly by themselves. And then how can you compare a couple who have been in a long-term relationship to a couple who first meet and fall in love? That in lust phase, which is a physiological happening, couples can't get out of bed. They stay in there day and night if they can. But alas, this only lasts for 6 to 18 months. And couples then move into what one might describe as the national average, which is 1.8 times a week, whatever that means. Probably something like twice in 10 days. This works out about 114 times a year in Australia, with Brazilians having the highest record at 158 times a year, and the Japanese recording the lowest at 52 times a year. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking you must be living in Japan, you are probably not meeting the national average. If you're having sex less than 11 times a year, you're living in a sexless marriage or a relationship. And you would be amazed how many couples I see who fit into this category. Another myth in Australia is that we don't masturbate. No, we have autonomous sex. Yes, masturbation is still an embarrassing and dirty word. Even our teenagers who aren't shy about anything will not talk about masturbating, and that's possibly because they're still being told that it's not okay to do it. My last word on that subject is keep on doing it, guys, because you won't go blind doing it. Another popular myth is that to be a good lover, a man has to be 2 feet long, made of steel, and can perform all night. Well, that's not the case. The national average of male penis size ranges from 5 to 6 inches long and 4.7 inches in girth. And if you don't make that size, don't worry, because research has found that men with small penises make better lovers because they put a lot more effort into their lovemaking. They realise that there's more to sex than waving around a large appendage. On the subject of lovemaking, sex is often reported as boring in long-term relationships, and that is because the relationship itself has become boring. Most couples are not sexually adventurous. Many have no idea that the Kama Sutra states that there are 600 sexual positions because most people only use 3. What's that? Oh, my cameraman just asked me what the other 2 are. My last myth for today is that every woman has multiple and simultaneous orgasms. In actual fact, less than 0.1% of women experience this. In fact, 70% of women do not have orgasms during penetration, thus they are still faking it today because of that. The best sex starts with communication, and I teach my clients how to communicate their needs to each other. If you want to know more about sex, lies and relationships, you can buy my book through my website. I write a weekly column with the same name, which you can also view on my Facebook page. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and pop a question below. You can also like me on my Facebook page, Ruth Simons Psychologist. Thank you for watching my video. I'm Ruth Simons. Be nice to each other.
One time.